Good morning, America. My name is Danny. I'm a 48-year-old American. This is my show, Danny's Pit. Not for children, so if you're under the age of 18, not for you. Topic of today's pit: the never-ending hypocrisy of the left. I just can't. I don't even know what to say about it anymore. I'm sure by now everybody has heard the Jason Aldean song, and everybody has probably had their opinion of it or heard other people's opinion of it. I want to start off with the hypocrisy of the left. And by the way, if you're catching this on one of the smaller platforms and you want to watch the whole show, I have a lot of shows. Just go to YouTube, type in Danny's Pit, and take your pick. I'm also on Rumble, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So pretty much all the platforms you could find me if you want. Anyway, going back to the hypocrisy of the left and the View. This morning I just watched this thing, and they just had a string of guests that the View has had over the last couple of years. Rappers, not that there's anything wrong with rap. I love rap, but they've had anywhere from 50 Cent to Little Joe, or Fat Joe, I guess is his name, on their show. 50 Cent used to be a pimp and deal drugs. So did Fat Joe, and they say it proudly. And all that's okay with the women on The View. They're just gushing over these guys. But, Jason Aldean does a song like, try whatever's going on in Chicago or New York in a small town and see how far that'll get you. They demonized him. They talked about BLM. They talked about the Klan. They talked about all kinds of stuff that are nowhere in that video or in the lyrics. Which brings me to my next point. I saw an interview of this African-American lady, which I would like to say American-African lady, but, to each their own, saying that as soon as she heard that she knew that was a dog whistle for sundown towns to come back again. And in case you don't know what a sundown town is, unfortunately, yes, in our history, there have been towns that if you were of color and the sun was down, you had to stay in the house. If you were out there, God only knows what would happen to you, and probably the sheriff of the town was one of the guys that got you. I'm not laughing at that. It's not funny at all. What I'm trying to say is, the same kind of thing went down like where my dad grew up. And they, at 10 o'clock at night, the American African people went to their quarters or whatever, and that's where they stayed till sunup. That's not what this guy's saying in this song. I've heard the song. I pieced the song. I've taken it lyric for lyric. If that's what you think he's saying, then I'm saying you're projecting your own thoughts onto that song. See, so that woman, that American African lady, she is so biased by everything already that she deems it a racist song because it saying try this in a small town to her is like saying try this in a white town. And then if you watch more videos, there's people of all colors coming out from these small towns saying, yeah, and this is the hypocrisy, and the black residents of some of these small towns are saying, yeah, come try this here. We take care of our own, meaning not just blacks. We take care of our own in a town. So where's the racism? She said it was stereotyped because they showed carjackings, lootings, liquor store robberies. Well, that's because 90% of those crimes are unfortunately committed by American African people. 10% of whites commit those crimes. I'm not saying white people don't carjack, rob stores, and act the fool too. Of course we do. Every group, like we always say, every group's got some bad apples. But to call this song racist means you have no idea what your relatives or ancestors had to go through. If you're calling this racist and whatever, you wouldn't have made it in your grandma's day. You're not tough enough. Your skin ain't thick enough. I don't personally have a stake in this. I'm of a couple of different things. I'm a mutt like everybody else. I've got Irish blood, I got Scottish blood, I got Spanish blood, I got Native American blood. Whatever. My ancestry goes back to the first people in America. So I'm just kidding on that. But anyway, to make the pit, to wrap it all up, to keep this one short, I'm kind of tired, not in the mood today. Listen to the song before you judge it. And if you hear black or racist or pro-white or anything like that at all, cut and paste that lyric and throw it in my comments so I can see it. because I've been through the song word for word. Okay, and like I said, there's an old saying where it says, "Methinks thou dost protest too much." And I'm saying that to the American African lady who said as soon as she heard small town, she heard dog whistle, sundown town. You know, you're really bucking against a song that really isn't saying much at all about race. It's just saying that that's how things go in a small town. I happen to live in a small town. We're barely now getting the homeless invasion. We're barely now starting to see the effects of this, but we can see residents already pushing back. So some tents that were at certain places, some places in my town are gone now, where in LA they're allowed to stay forever. LA's a big town. I live in a small town. See, there's truth to it. And it has nothing to do with color. You know, I don't care what color that homeless person is. I care about the homeless person. Are they mentally ill? Are they homeless because they're just lazy and don't want to work? Or do they have problems? Are they vets? I mean, we don't know. We see them, we judge them, and we move on. You know, we don't want to see that shit. There's a great song by Dwight Yoakam called "I Sang Dixie." Okay? If you do me one favor today, listen to that song. Pull it up and listen to it. Hang on one second here. But anyway, it's called "I Saw Dixie." I sang Dixie. And listen to the words of that song. And tell me if Dwight's racist. Anyway, that wraps it up. Like I say, man, you know, we're in some tough times right now in America, but I always say this, man, stay vigilant. You know, keep looking forward, but once in a while look over your back, because there's going to be somebody back there that takes something the wrong way and wants to run with it. And it's been happening forever, so this is nothing new. But anyway, without all being said, have a great day. It's still, well, it's 11 o'clock where I'm at, so, you know, it's early. Call someone you love, give someone you love a hug. You know, I love all of you. I love America. So like I always say, God bless you. And God bless these wonderful and beautiful United States of America that we are lucky as hell to be living in, even in these times. And like I keep saying, it will get better. It has to. So anyway, thanks for your time, and I'll catch you on the next pit. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you dig this. Thank you. I'm out.